Hello, thinkers. Welcome to episode 11 of the Ponderlings podcast. I'm your host, Josh, and joining me as always is my lovely wife, Mallory.
Howdy.
Howdy. So for this week, we're kind of gonna... It's similar to last week's. Like last time we did mind versus body. We're kind of doing an identity, person, brain, body kind of thing. Mm-hmm. So while I was reading, I've been obsessed about identity and just consciousness and obsessed. And so I keep wanting to figure out why this thing exists and why do I think this way and blah, blah, blah. And while I was doing research in that 20 Questions, an Introduction to Philosophy book by G. Lee, Bowie, Meredith, Michaels, and Robert C. Solomon, I came across an article written by Meredith Michaels called Persons, Brains, and Bodies. And in this, she kind of talks about how it's kind of an exercise, really. Like, it's a story. It's not real. Like, none of this happens. But it's to kind of get the idea of what makes you you and what makes someone else somebody else. But basically, to make it real quick, so these two friends are walking. The friend gets hit by a steamroller. I don't know why they get hit by a steamroller.
Wow.
But they are completely just, like,
brutal.
Decimated.
Oh my god.
All that, I know, it's dark.
John.
But all that's left, somehow their brain is intact. And then the trauma of that happening causes
it's
the
traumatic.
other friend to have a stroke, leaving them brain dead.
What?
So the one who got pulverized, we're gonna call I can't remember the names she used, but we'll just say M, and then the one who got a stroke we're gonna call A. So because A's brain is completely gone now with the stroke, they take M's somehow brain that survived and puts it in A's body.
Jar.
Jar?
I thought you were gonna say
No.
jar.
No. In their body.
Okay.
And now the question is this person still A because it's their body, or is it M because it's their brain, or is it some mixture of both and it's like M?
No, okay, so here's the deal, right?
Okay.
So, A
Yes.
A was the one that had the stroke.
Yes.
She's still,
It's their girls in the story,
okay.
and they're both...
They have their heart still, right?
Yes, but your brain is where consciousness
I
comes from.
understand that, but like, where do you think the soul is located? If we want to get real deep,
That's more a religious thing, and I doubt it's. If a soul does exist, I don't think it's in the heart, and I don't think it's in the brain. It'd be like
where do you
a whole.
think it's at?
It'd be a whole body thing, like it's just in everywhere. Almost, it kind of goes like a chakra kind of thing. Have you ever heard of that?
Gosh, yes, Josh. Okay.
I'm not saying that's what I believe in.
No, I'm just saying
But like it's
that's
all
too many concepts for me to learn about in one day. Okay, so the question is, because M's brain is now in A's body,
Yes.
is it M or A or a variation?
Or am, yeah.
Am.
And then in the story,
AM to the PM to
the A got into college.
the... Okay.
Did A's parents
she
pay
got
for
into
it?
her... Ooh.
Or does M's parents pay for it? Because it's M's brain.
Ooh.
So then it comes back down to like, whose kid is it?
Okay, well let's take this piece by piece.
Okay.
So would it be A or M or a variation of the two? I
kinda like the
feel like it would be a whole other person. Because the brain, so A's brain, or no, M's brain
Yeah.
has dealt with the trauma of being steamrolled.
Yeah.
So that's going to
And
have
removed from the
traumatic
body.
repercussions.
Yeah.
She's going to have a severe case of PTSD, probably.
Probably.
And so...
Or the trauma made her completely forget it. Because that happens too sometimes.
I guess, but then you run the risk of, it all flooding back one day.
That's true.
But even if she doesn't remember it, she's still going to have repercussions of it.
Because she does remember that she's still M. Like, she's like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm this person, I have all these memories.
Also, like, you bring up, like when, like, let's say a person has like a traumatic situation that happens and they lose a limb.
Yeah.
Their mind almost can't comprehend, well, for some people, that they've lost that limb, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so then they get those, like, phantom pains and
Yeah.
whatever. I feel like she'll have that with her body. She'll be aware.
Would she, though?
Yes, because, here's the deal. No one body is the same. Or no two bodies are the same, right?
Right.
So she's gonna know that this is not her body, this is somebody else's body. So she has to come to terms with that.
Yeah, that's something that could happen too, like an organ like when you donor, like it could reject the organ, so there's a chance the body would reject the brain. But
so
I think there's been a successful brain transplant. I can't remember. You have to check that out if you're listening. So let me know, because I thought maybe not a full brain, but I thought they did
like a partial, like a hemisphere. Or...
I don't know. I could have sworn they did some form of transplant.
Anyway. So I feel like it won't be A and it won't be M. It'll be a variation of the two. I feel like A is going to be just completely gone because it's just her body, right? So the only one who could be like, oh, that's A, is someone from the outside.
Right. Well, anytime M looks in the mirror, though, she sees her best friend.
Yeah.
Not herself.
But that's the thing, though. She's her best friend. She's not seeing her best friend. She's seeing her best friend, but as her.
She's seeing herself as her best friend, yeah.
So you know what I'm saying? So it's not going to be A and it's not going to be M. It's going to be a variation of the two.
But like M still has all of her memories and still says like I'm M.
Yeah, but she's going to have all of A's muscle memories. Right?
I don't know. Because
or
it's a
are your
whole
muscle memories in your brain?
Because your brain is what controls, like sends signals to you. Yeah. So like I doubt it would dude.
I don't know. This is like a cluster of a question.
Yeah. But it just has that thing to where we can say, okay, I am Josh.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well. Because
of your low voice.
No.
Oh.
I mean, to other people, maybe that's what they would think when they form an identity for me, but I don't think...
I was just kidding.
No, okay.
I'm not for real.
But, like, this consciousness, this thing, and this is a part that's really tripping me up, because the whole infantile amnesia. I don't...
Infantile amnesia?
Yeah.
What is that?
Remember before age 5 or something, your brain is not developed enough to even know it exists, in a sense. And so, like, before that point, there's some part of your brain that develops in that time to give you...
knowledge. Or not knowledge, but like...
but I want to say, like...
memories.
Not even, I guess memories. Because usually... your first memories are from that young of age. But I'm not even thinking that. More like, I don't want to say consciousness, but like sentience, or you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't, and even then, you don't really know that you are different from anything else. You just kind of realize, oh, the world is...
Yeah. How old were you when you got your first memory? Like, what is your first memory?
Well, that's the thing. It's kind of a blur. I remember a lot at this first house I lived in.
How old would you have been?
So, I wasn't we moved out of there when I was 5, so I was younger than 5. I don't remember, like, I have a lot of memories of that time, but I don't remember how old I am with these memories, if that makes sense. Like, I remember going down
like
this...
you don't remember your age, you just remember your memory.
Yeah, and most of them... Like, I remember going in the basement, which was like a duck. It wasn't a real basement. Like, I had to crawl, and I was a child. And I remember going down the hill in a wagon and almost going in the street.
What color was your wagon?
Red.
Okay.
But I mean, most wagons are.
Yeah. But
and I still remember the hill. I still remember, like, my dad told me specifically not to do it.
And you did it anyway.
Yeah.
You rotten boy.
I was a rotten boy. I remember, like, Dad making this fort out of... an old, like, refrigerator box, like, in the garage. I remember him doing that. I remember the dog, our dog Prince, he had a kennel out there. Yeah, and so I remember a lot, and I remember my mom coming home, and she surprised me with the VeggieTales, like, VHS.
What VeggieTales?
It was the space one.
I think I probably have seen it.
I can't remember
the
the name
only one
of it.
that I can, like, super remember is the Madame Blueberry one.
Oh.
Where she's like,
I had never seen that
I'm
one.
so blue. No? Okay.
I don't know that one, but I'm sure.
Your memory's a lot more detailed than mine.
And then I also remember this time I woke up, my eyes were so crusty that I could not open them.
And you
I was
freaked out,
freaking.
probably.
Oh, I was freaking out.
Oh, yeah.
And I remember watching TV, Batman was on because I could hear it. And then Digimon came on, I think Power Rangers came on. And then eventually I was like, I've got to see this show. And I just ripped.
You just sat there with your eyes closed and didn't tell anybody?
No, I was freaking out, like, Mom, my eyes, I can't open my eyes.
What did she do?
I went to the doctor and I had to get a shot, but I don't think it was the same day, because I remember the shot. I remember celebrating
what was
Easter.
Wrong with you?
See, like, this is where memory comes.
Yeah,
I have no
because
idea.
I'm like, so if like we had a kid and he came up to me and they're like, oh, my eyes are so crusted.
So it was just
I
like
would get
eye
like
boogers.
a hot washcloth
Compress.
and like soak it and wipe it off. I wouldn't like.
I never had the
go
issue
back
again
there.
after that. That was the only time I remember it being that bad. But like I said, I don't. I remember a birthday party, like a cowboy themed birthday party. I remember preschool.
Hey, dog.
Right, and it's just like but I don't remember. I don't know. Like, that's the thing. It's like at some point your brain is just like, oh, I'm a living thing. I can think and do.
Yeah.
But then there's that consciousness, like you don't have an internal monologue.
But I do have one memory. I don't remember. So I always say this but I think this is because I have trouble like seeing things in my mind.
Yeah.
I always tell people I don't remember a lot from my childhood, but I think I do. I think I remember it. I just can't picture it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like whenever you recall a memory and you have it like playing in your mind, I can't do that. But I can tell you it happened because I know it happened. I remember it happening. You know?
Right, because you tell me that one.
Oh, sorry.
Your parents, and I don't want to share it just in case, like, you don't. But a certain time you were at the park with your brother.
Oh, and they left me
Okay,
there on my birthday. Yeah, traumatic.
But you don't actually remember. You don't see that happening. You don't see yourself next to your brother.
But I can recall what I was feeling.
Okay.
Like I was like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to take care of my brother for the rest of my life. I was an 8-year-old. And then I was like, what did I do wrong that they left me on my birthday? But no, so my first memory, this must have been when my brother was born. Because I remember eating, and I can't picture it, but like, you know those circus box of animal crackers that used to come in those like cardboard, and the animals were like on it? I can't picture it, but I know that I was eating that. And I was like sitting at this table, and I just remember feeling very, very like apprehensive. But I didn't know that was what I was feeling.
Yeah.
But I think it must have been when my brother was born. But, so let's circle back to A&M.
Okay.
So I feel like, so I am me because of who I am, like my personality, but also my memories, because I feel like my memories and my experience have led me to be who I am.
Right.
And I'm continuously like growing and adding to who I am already by present experiences and future experiences, right? So A&M changed the day that happened. You know what I mean?
Yeah, both of them change.
Yeah, because they no longer are the them that they were before, because they were two separate people. Now they're the same, in a sense, even though they're different. So I feel like it's different. You can't just say, oh, I'm A, oh, I'm M, because
you have a new identity to learn.
You have to have, you have a new identity because you're going to have new memories. But the new memories are
in a different body as a new person.
Right, but they're also in addition to the old memories, right?
Well, hang on. Here's a different thing, though. Like, let's say M didn't get, like, none of this happened.
Okay.
And she's just like, I'm tired of how I look. Gets plastic surgery, completely looks
so then they're not different. A or M or the variation, they're a new thing.
They'd still be M. She still has the memories, like you said. She just looks different. Like, they didn't
like
switch.
what kind of plastic surgery though?
Like,
because sometimes
full body,
the way that
her
you
whole
alter
face.
your body, if you a full face.
Like,
so
she changes her face, she
people
changes
who
her...
get like facial reconstruction can actually have like it messes with your personality because you don't recognize who you are in the mirror and you don't feel the same, so you believe you're different. Does that make sense? So they have trouble, like, if they have, like, facial reconstruction surgery or they have, like, a face transplant or something,
Yeah.
you know, psychologically that messes with you. And, or it could. It doesn't necessarily always do that, but it could. So, like, let's say potentially she has, like, a face transplant. There's the potential for her not to be able to look in the mirror and be like, oh, this is A's body. You know what I'm saying? Or like look in the mirror and say, that's me. She'll be like, I don't know whose body this is.
Right, and that kind of gets into gender identity and things like that too. Like, people could completely change how they feel and look inside their own body. But, and one of the people that I was reading in here, they talk about memories, but, and there's like a theory called that, I can't remember what it is, that bases your identity on memory. But your memory can be falsified, and like a ton of this, and there's a ton of things that you don't even remember that happened in your life.
Well, that's why we learned about this in class. You know, when you're staring at a lineup, if you're like a victim of a crime, they hardly ever do lineups anymore.
Right,
because you can like, your brain can make you believe that it was someone that it wasn't.
Right, and then there's that famous like kid trial thing where like kids are really susceptible of having things put on them. Like, and I can't remember what it's called.
Of like sincerely believing something that wasn't really happening because they were manipulated or pressured to remember it even though they didn't.
And then there's a Netflix How to Get Away with Murder thing, or not How to Get Away with Murder. Gosh, I can't remember. There's a Netflix show too.
Something of a murderer.
Something, yeah.
I can't remember.
Like the person had.
I know what you're talking about. I don't think I ever watched it.
Yeah, I didn't watch it either, but.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
But yeah, so.
But to kind of piggyback, we don't have a ton of time, but to piggyback on what you said though, changing. The thing that's been getting me here lately is like, if I was to die.
Oh gosh.
And my religious belief, like I'm a Christian, I believe that there's life after death or whatever. If this soul does exist and this were to happen, I wouldn't be the same person anymore.
When you die?
Because my body would be gone. All earthly memories and things. I could not fathom them, just like I can't fathom.
Here's the deal though, Josh.
Like,
so
I can't understand.
All of your insecurities and all the imperfections that you see and that you struggle with, right?
Yeah.
They will be gone in the afterlife, so you won't be you, but you'll be a better version of you.
But it's still not me. Like, that's not.
It's still you fundamentally.
It's not though.
Why
Like,
not?
Because my failures and the things that I am make who I am. And so if I'm
But you're still gonna remember them.
Will I? We don't know.
I mean, yeah, I say we don't know, but I choose to believe that we remember them and that they make us a better person. As long as you try and better yourself from them. Making mistakes is not...
And that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying, like, if I die and this belief that I have is true, once my soul is separated from my body and all earthly matters are gone, I will not... Why would I remember those? Like, those are bad. Those are quote-unquote sin. You know what I'm saying? Why would I be allowed to think of those things? I'd be a completely new person.
I feel like they're all lessons learned, though. And I feel like, for those of you who don't believe in God or, a higher power or a higher being.
Or if you believe in a different...
Or if you believe in a different
reincarnation or anything like that.
But, like, I'm kind of along the same lines as Josh, and I feel like when I hopefully one day get to heaven, I feel like I'm gonna remember the imperfections and the impurities because they all taught me something.
But why would you remember these? You don't need them.
I guess you don't need them, but like, I don't know, I won't say I like them, But
They make who you are.
Yeah.
So it's like it has to come with you, otherwise you wouldn't be the same person.
I don't know, man.
But
I've never been there.
It's been messing with me.
But here's the difference between us. I say, I don't know. I'll figure it out when I get there, and you're gonna keep thinking about it.
Right, because I'm interested. I mean, like,
Yeah.
I'll never find the answer, but it's a fun thing to ponder.
Yeah. Ponder.
Yeah, but
Lings.
yeah, exactly. But we're out of time. So
Are we really?
Yeah.
Oh my
It went by
gosh.
way too
Okay.
fast. Like, I need another 20
Years.
years. Oh gosh, more than that, please. But yeah, thank you all
Yeah.
for listening. Let us know what you think.
Let us know what you think. Does A and M, do they stay A or M, or do they become new people and like an entirely new person?
Right.
Let us know what you think and your reasoning. There's no wrong answer, really.
Yeah.
It's just something fun. So,
But until next time, I hope you have a good rest of your week. And never stop pondering. See ya.
never.